Hi, here to talk about case of the ex. I've been divorced almost 3 years. This summer will be 3 years, and it was a no contest, irreconcilable differences, which means we had to agree on everything up front, and for one, a flat fee versus charge per hour. And the little beep, if you hear the beep, I don't know, that's my phone saying I have service, don't have service, but I'm just recording this. Um, so case of the ex is like, when I first got divorced, I was hurt and I was wondering, like, when do people like I see other people who were divorced, I was just kind of like, when did they like totally finally get over and move on? Because it seemed like I was having a rough time dealing with it, or and then he was still coming around or trying to do things or whatever. And so I was kind of, it was kind of like we were divorced, but are we getting back together? Or but over it all or through it all, I cut ties, um moved on, worked on healing, myself, self introspection, and I just tried to see what is it that I needed to learn. Because I was taught a lot of things. I did start a divorce diary here. I did several videos, and because I mentioned in one of those videos, I was taught things. However, I needed to go through everything that I went through in that marriage because I lost myself, and I had to do this full circle thing so that I could come back to myself and be me, be happy, be knowledgeable, be wise, use wisdom, not be, sucked up by a relationship or get lost. So now, fast forward, we're divorced. Hit rock bottom, financially, because I was in X-ray school. He made enough money for me to not work to go to school. I ended up being dismissed from the program semester before graduation. I did fail a repeat exam. However, and that's the grounds they have. They can dismiss you if you fail a repeat, which is really just an excuse to get rid of you if they don't like you, because at the end of the semester, guess what? You have to be retested on everything. Anyway, it's just one of those little glitches, things that they use. And because I was even allowed to take something a third time, and there were other students who were allowed to take something a third time, and those students graduated. However, I spoke up. The director of the program, he had a just horrible attitude. I just kind of stood up for myself, and I just told him, we're both adults. We need to respect one another, and I told him I was having a disconnect on the test. Whatever. I'm just trying to give you a little history. So I wasn't working. It was hard to find a job, even whether it was retail, food, anything. But I finally ended up getting some jobs here or there. Lost the house, had to stay with family. And, it's rough living with someone else. That can be a nightmare, to say the least. It's rough, especially when, like I say, you were taught and given tools to be independent, take care of yourself. But if you allow yourself to be so completely sucked up in life or in a relationship that doesn't mean any good anyway. And whose song is that? Pink, White Knuckles, from all of the fighting that we always did, the blow me one last kiss, pretty much talks about it. So I'm trying to fast forward. I need to get this out. So fast forward, I'm living with another relative, and so the ex calls and is like, there's this place down here. It's $500 a month. My child support's $400. Used to be $800 a month. He took me to court to have that lowered. The judge agreed, but she misunderstood. She said we deviated from the divorce. I stayed in the house, but so I didn't have anywhere to go. My mom died last year, which I thought I could move back into her house, but you know how family doesn't take care of things after that. It wasn't livable. I couldn't move in there. My dad's been dead. This year will be 7 years. My grandma died last year. You know, the main people in my life or whatever, they're gone now. And, you know, I've been working for a long time and whatnot. Like I said, I did get comfortable at a point. So then when he told me, and the judge thought, basically, she thought he was paying his own rent plus the child support and the mortgage and all that, and that wasn't the case. I was asking her, would you please elaborate? But so I'm here in this place. 2 months go by, he didn't pay child support, behind on rent. It's just a spot. It's not like apartment lease or anything like that. It's something someone owns, and so you know, you pay this, and the lights, I split light with a neighbor, and I never even met the guy or whatever. The ex set this all up, and so I'm thinking, okay, you know, maybe he want to make right, you know, some wrongs, or that's fine. And I thought like we were cool, could be friends again and whatnot. And I may have even told him, you know, look, we never should have been married, but you know, being friends, you know, I could be a friend, whatever. And he's living with the mistress that he cheated with, and they had a child together, conceived during our marriage. And, you know, all that was hurtful. But right now, I don't, you know, like on the movie Malcolm X, the guy that played Elijah Muhammad, he said, it is of no consequence. So him and her, their kid, it is of no consequence to me. You know, I'm over all that. The first time I pulled up over their house to pick up my kids, he said that she was startled by me pulling up. I had to tell him, look, you know, talk to her because I need to pick up my kids at a decent time so they can get in bed. I can check their homework and all this and that. I'm not there to fight her. I have no interest. None of that. You know, they really did me a favor, their affair, because like I said, I was in something that I did not need to be in, and I was lost, and so I needed an event like that to happen to wake me the hell up, to get the hell out. So I'm here now, but I want to talk to the rent guy, dude, personally myself. Older man, wrote something down on paper. Older people like to see it written down, a plan to get caught up. I just got a promotion on my job. I mean, I'm down now. I was destitute. My truck got towed last year. No transportation. I'm in my older son's car now. So things are falling into place for me. And I was even like, okay, so I had an issue with my lock on my door. The ex knew that. Now, when we moved here, he came and hooked us up a TV box, whatever, direct TV. So I come home one day, the box is gone. So really, you're mad about whatever. I have no clue, no idea what you're mad about, but you came and took the box. You're doing this to hurt me. You're doing this to spite me. But I just wondered if he realizes that when he does this, he's showing the children that he's really an asshole. You know, does he realize this? And what's the other thing? My phone got turned off last November. I was seeing a guy, and he was helping me with stuff. And that's probably the other reason. You know, I don't know if my ex thought, hey, maybe we could work things out again. But I did have the guy here, you know, visiting and whatnot. He saw that. Maybe he got mad. And because that's when his attitude changed, honestly. When he saw my friend. And that guy would have been happy to pay my light bill or the rent or whatever until I got on my feet a little bit better. So I'm asking my ex, hey, dude, light bill, you know, when you talk to the guy or whatever, let the stuff stack up. But like I say, God's good. I ask God to humble me every day. I go through it, whatever I got to do. My lights were out about 2 weeks. The kids stayed over there with him. I stayed over here. If I spent the night at a friend's house a couple nights, other nights, hey, I just wrapped up, lit some candles, whatever. I'm good. I'm going to humble myself and I'm going to get through it. I'm going to bounce back. If I have to cry 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, I do that. Listen to something inspirational. Read some Psalms, some Proverbs, some Ecclesiastes. And I'm going to bounce back. Well, God does it. He helps me bounce back. All credit to him, not me. But I do think he has given me some strength. But at the same time, his strength is perfected in our weakness. So I think that was Paul said he boasts in his weaknesses. So I'm not right here boasting I'm this superwoman or whatever. But, do I possess some of that? Absolutely. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here right now. I would not. So this Negro, walks his black ass in here to take a box. Because I'm here and then told the kids, well, I put it there so y'all could have it, but y'all wasn't there. He took it and then you took it when the power was out. But you told our son you took it because they weren't here. The power was out. It's not like anyone could have watched TV anyway. So now the power's back on. The kids are back with me. The box is not bad, but that's fine. I prefer it that way. I'm gonna take about a month, get through February to get caught up on things, and I could get some Wi-Fi or whatever, and I've got a Chromecast. We can watch TV or whatever. But in the meantime, all of this makes for a juicy book memoir. And then, like I said, but that guy I was seeing, he, was promising to pay my phone bill, but he didn't because he's worried, if I'm talking to somebody else on Facebook, he's wondering what's going on in my DM. I sent him on his way. I don't kiss no ass, for nothing. Now, for a while, I did keep him around. The kids got to eat at night. Sister needs some groceries and things. But I got to the point where, no, I'm going to do without. I'm going to do without. As long as my kids got something. I ate peanut butter, popcorn, whatever. A big can of Glory greens. I could eat off that one can of greens for several days. And I get my eggs from Dollar Tree, my little sausage. And, hey, I make it work. It's not comfortable, but I prefer it that way. But I'm getting a lease, and then that way I can go apply for some food stamps. Everything is going to be all right. It's going to bounce back. But it's just so frustrating to know that you're not doing anything to a person and they are with you. Now, he said that I snap on him and then next time I'm trying to be nice. But, dude, think about what you're doing. You're fucking with me. And then you get mad because I call you out on it. And then I do try to be, a peacemaker. Look, I told him, look, I know how to get stuff done. You can get stuff done. What's the point in all this animosity? Why we're exes, but we got kids together. You around the corner from me. Why don't we just try to make win-win situation? He says, I can't snap on him and then, try to be all nice the next day. Well, to hell with you. Because you don't appreciate when somebody's really extending an olive branch of peace. You're a manipulator, you're a liar, and then you're going around telling people I'm crazy. All it is him fucking with me, and then I check him on it, and then I'm wrong. He can call it what he wants. I don't care. He's a manipulator. He's a liar. He got his family thinking one thing, or he presents himself to be this stand-up guy. I go to work every day, and I'm the bomb because I go to work every day. But guess what? You're spinning your wheels. you're not getting anywhere in life, or you're not gonna be blessed. You're not gonna be blessed doing this debauchery. You and that girl over there, that's not blessed. Bruh, you think God not blessing that? Oh my God, we're sorry. Yeah, you could be sorry. She could be sorry. He could be sorry. But guess what? You still got to reap what you sow, good or bad. That goes for me too. That goes for me too. I got to reap what I have sown, good or bad. So for all of you women out there, if you messing with a married man, what you need to know is, no matter how much y'all could sincerely be in love with one another, it's not blessed. And if he's cheating with you, he's going to cheat on you. And the same way you got him is the same way you're going to lose his ass. Now, but I just had to get this out. It makes me so angry that he walked up in here. Then I was sharing the phone with my daughter. He got the line. It was $20 a month. And I told him, he dropped me off at work one day. I was like, look, I'm only using her phone just because I need to be getting to work. And he was like, oh, I know that. I ain't worried about that phone. But then a week or so later, he sending me this text about her phone. And sure enough, she was throwing a hissy fit. She is spoiled. I look at myself for that. The children become, what the parents do, allow, things like that. So that's something that has to be rectified. And I told him, you knew that was why I said I would have been happy to have given you that $20 for that month or whatever. I said, but it's okay. Problem resolved. I'm going to drop the phone off. I will go without. And I waited until my next payday, even though I was supposed to take that man every single dime that was in my check. I went and got a phone. I needed a tire for the car, put some gas in there, probably bought a meal, or like I said, egg, sausage, or whatever. And I wrote that paper out. I stepped out on faith. I walked around there. I talked to that man, and I walked out like I was Miss J from America's Next Top Model. He was fine with it. He was fine. So all these people, like, they think they're out here hurting you. They're really hurting themselves, and it does hurt you. And then when you snap, people want to look at you like you're wrong, but they're not in your situation. And people really don't know what it feels like until it happens to them. People can say all day long, don't lose your cool. I wouldn't let anybody make me act like that. I wouldn't react. Stop cursing. Let somebody walk in your house when you're not there and your power is out simply because they were supposed to tell you how much light bill was that you had been asking them for over a month ago. Okay. And letting stuff stack up. And he took that box because he thought I was getting kicked out on my ass. And he did it to hurt me. But no, the man gonna let me stay here. He giving me time to get caught up. God loves me. God loves me. And last night I had a customer. She was just in the store looking lost, looking at stuff. And I'm just like, I'm kind of paranoid, or my imagination is wild. I have anxiety, but at the same time I have this awesome, creative, wild imagination. And silly, I'm very goofy and I'm funny. I'm a comedian. And I was like, what is she doing? And she's like, is she going to bomb the place? Is she secretly trying to plant a bomb? What is the heck? I asked her how she was doing, and, I told her about some stuff that was on sale, whatnot, and she's like, she was just looking, just waste some time, and I just said, okay, well, this store is an awesome place to, blow some time, waste some time, I'm sure you'll find something. And then later on, she and I started talking. She was in the same situation that I was in. She's a cancer survivor. She has fibromyalgia. I just found out I have fibromyalgia. I have very bad, arthritis issues. And sometimes you have to have just days where you're just on the couch because your body hurts. And even though I work, one day I worked maybe 9 hours or so. The next day I couldn't do anything but stay on the couch the whole next day. My body needed that to recoup. So we were just talking, and she left. She bought something. She left. She came back in the store and she gave me $25 last night. And guess whose gaslight was on? Guess who was hungry? I was. So I know God loves me. I humble myself. I go through this. I had a flat tire. I just said, you know what? I put the blinkers on. I just drove 2 miles an hour. I was just trying to get on out the way. Man pulled over, helped me. I just turned my music on, bobbed my head, whatever. the stuff, it sucks. It's horrible. But people want to see you down and out. They want to see you hurt. They want to see you give up. People that's supposed to be close to you, or you think they care or whatever. But I really am a fighter. I really am a survivor. But it's only because God put it in me. I can't do any of this on my own. I would be dead. I would have committed suicide or ran off a bridge or just have lost my mind. You know, the stress and things I have been under. It's a lot more than the average. And I can't I take some credit, like I say, you know, it's how God made me. But I thank him for it. And my prayers that he makes my enemies my footstools. I already know that he's doing that, because every time somebody think they're doing something to hurt me, a week or two later, now I'm back on it. I'm bouncing back. I'm coming out of it. And I also ask that he makes my enemies to be at peace with me, because, you know, at times I did have like a little Evelyn Lozado in me, and I would rather not dive, you know, across the room. You know, I don't want to do that. But when somebody's constantly messing with you, but I just want, has anybody else had experiences like this? What did you do? What are your thoughts? And again, people, if it hadn't happened to you, you really don't know. You can imagine, you can speculate, but if you haven't lived it, you don't really know. So don't judge people. I can't believe you threw something, or I can't believe you reacted in that way. But when it's your turn, you'll be singing a very different tune. And then I cut my hair, a couple weeks ago. I love it. I feel 100 pounds lighter. And so he says to me, I guess you were having a moment and you cut your hair. But, you know, I don't want to chop nobody up in 100 pieces and send the dismembered body to selective family members or shoot someone in the face. I really don't. So I strive towards peace. I'm really trying to walk towards peace. And if it's not about peace, I go away from it. And he knows this. And so because of it, yeah, he's constantly trying to disturb my mother peace. So again, I just go back to me some Ecclesiastes and Proverbs and all that. You know, they're these fools that despise wisdom, that despise correction. They sit and lay in wait to plan hurt and evil and all of that. And I'm just going the other way. And I'm just going to hang on. I had so much in me, but I feel so much better now that I've just made this video. And yeah, so I will continue to update on the Chronicles, and I'm writing these books. I'm gonna tell you all a little bit about it, and then I'll even probably read some excerpts so that y'all can get ready and pre-purchase, pre-order, and you know all of that, because I got like I don't know, but anyway, it says Toaster Marriage Memoir, but I have some titles, but a couple of my notebooks just hit the floor. But I've got, let's see, nope, that's the wrong binder. Hang on. I've got maybe, I don't know if you can see that. I've got all of this. I've got all of that. And then some. I've got all of these titles and things. And it's good stuff. Like I said, I'm funny, I'm sarcastic, I'm entertaining. And that's what my books are going to be. And entertaining. And you can also learn something. And I know a lot of you women, y'all think I was sleeping with somebody else, man. And somebody else's husband and stuff, it's gonna come back, and he's not faithful. If he did it with you, he gonna do it to you. So you can keep fooling yourself if you want. You keep having these pity parties and you want to go out and things, or you need to get out to blow off some steam, which we all do at times. Change some behavior. We have the power to eliminate a lot of these stressors and things. We got the power. So I'm gonna stop there. It's a long video, and I'll be back.